From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Want a Northway Bank teller to keep in your pocket? There's an app for that. Now available for iPhone and Android. Download yours today. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. The head of a wildlife rehabilitation center in Madison is getting ready to officially open the center's new on-site education center. Licensed wildlife rehabilitator Kathy Gregg is the director of the Elaine Connors Center for Wildlife on Pine Hill Road. Gregg says her nonprofit center got a very generous grant from the New Hampshire-based Butler Foundation to build the education building that will be called the Butler Education Center. Gregg says the new building, mostly built this summer, has a conference room and classrooms that will allow for training of volunteers and interns, provide animal rehabilitators a place to network, and space for the center to better fulfill its mission.
Our mission is to provide professional care to injured and orphaned wildlife and to educate the public about our work. For 23 years since the inception of the center, we have taken our education programs on the road. This is going to be easier for us to do our education programs on site. It means that our education birds do not have to go on the road to schools and civic organizations. We can actually have people come to us.
The center takes in and treats a large number of animals every year. The majority of them are returned to the wild after they recover.
May, June, July, and August, you're talking fawns and sometimes moose calves, and also hundreds of baby birds, baby squirrels. In the fall, you're talking about injured migratory species like your broadwing hawks. We've got several of those in right now, but we've also got songbirds that are flying into windows because they're migrating. In the wintertime, you are going to have your animals that are starving, especially when we get that crust on top of the snow and your barred owls can't get to their food, or the bobcats. So starvation is what we deal with in the wintertime. Then in spring, it starts all over again with the babies.
The Pequawket Foundation has donated a large screen TV and money to buy media materials that include DVDs and books. The public's invited to an open house at the Education Center Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4 o'clock. The address is 152 Pine Hill Road in Madison. From Conway, take Route 113 south to Forest Pines to Pine Hill Road. For more information about the center, call 603-367-WILD 9453 or see the website at Elaine Connors Center for Wildlife.org. In Maine news, the Maine Warden Service says a teenage trapper died after falling through ice while checking his beaver traps. Wardens identified the victim as 17-year-old Joshua Wardwell of Oxford, who was checking traps on Chapman Pond when he fell through thin ice yesterday. His girlfriend, who was watching from shore, called for help. Colonel John McDonald, a Warden Service spokesman, says the Oxford Fire Department removed Wardwell from the water and began CPR, but he was pronounced dead at Stevens Memorial Hospital in Norway. Wardens warn the ice is dangerously thin right now. In sports, the Celtics beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 104-94 last night. The New England Patriots are preparing for their toughest opponent this season, the Houston Texans. They'll play Monday night at Gillette Stadium. And Steve Adazio says coaching at Boston College is his dream job. The Connecticut native was hired Tuesday to replace Frank Spaziani. He takes over a program that finished last in the Atlantic Coast Conference last season. Adazio was the coach at Temple. In the weather today, mostly sunny, highs in the upper 30s. Northwest winds around 10 miles per hour this morning, becoming light. Partly cloudy tonight, lows around 14 with light winds, and mostly cloudy on Friday. A chance of rain showers in the afternoon, highs in the upper 30s. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.